Hello, hello, hello. We are making our salmon. This is honey sake salmon. We're going to be making salmon that is seared on both sides in a dry cast iron skillet. This dish only has 5 ingredients. We have sake, we have honey, we have Hawaiian sea salt. You can use any kind of salt you want. I like sea salt. I love Hawaiian sea salt. And then we have Goya adobo seasoning. It is the kind that has the red top right here. And then we have got Kerrygold Irish butter. The trick to cooking this at the end, when you're deciding when the salmon is done, you know the salmon is done because the butter pat on the top has melted. Anyway, you get your cast iron skillet to the point where, you know, it's really hot. It's going to sear your fish. It is a dry skillet. I didn't put anything else in there at first. Gonna sear it face down for, like 2-3 minutes until it gets a good crust. Then I'm gonna flip it over onto its back. And at that point, I'm going to drizzle honey over the top and add a little bit of extra adobo seasoning. And then we're going to flood the pan with sake. We put the butter pat on top and cover it. And then once that butter melts, that's when we know that the salmon is done because we've turned it down low. But I'm going to show you. I'm looking for my spatula. Whoops, found it. This spatula is rather thin. See that? So what that means is that it can really scrape. You don't have a thick spatula that's going to pull your fish apart as you're getting it out of the pan. So that's good stuff. Right now we're searing. I do like to sear it on the sides a little bit too. Let's check on it. We're going to gently get it out of the pan here. Go ahead, tip it over onto its side. Got some spatula skills. The fish, if it's especially fatty, it's not going to be a problem for you to get it off the pan. Take a look at it. The side's got a crust. It's got a decent looking crust. Okay, that's one side. I'm barely gonna sear it on each side. Just enough. There's our crust on the top. And again, I've got this on the maximum heat at the moment. There we go. Now we've got it on the back. Sear the sides on this second piece. That done? Just a few seconds. You could probably skip that step if you like, the sides of the fish look rare. No big deal. Anyway. All right, we are flipped over onto our back at this point. We still have it on high. It's searing the side that has the skin on. So this is where we top up our adobo seasoning. I did sprinkle it generously with adobo before I got started, but I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. So get that extra stuff on there. Then I'm going to take honey, and I'm going to drizzle that onto our salmon. I'm going to be pretty generous with that. The adobo has some acidity to it, and this honey is the sweet. You can kind of put a lot if you want. Great. Okay, we're going to get that into the middle. That honey kind of heat, it smells incredible. The honey is amazing on this. So Do a little extra dab of the seasoning on top of that. Why not? So we got our pan going pretty hot. Now, this is where the magic happens. We got our carton of sake. You just go ahead and flood the pan with it because the fish is going to steam in that. And then I'm going to cover it and immediately turn it down for a second. I unplugged it just so it'll go faster. I'll let it cool off for a minute. That's basically cooking our fish. So then, take our butter. While this is cooling off for a second, take it off the heat for just a brief minute. Let's put our butter on top. This is our doneness meter. This position on the top. That's a pretty healthy chunk of butter right there. Okay. This burner has cooled off a little bit. This is one of those kind of induction burners, so I'm gonna go for about 3 on here. Here's off. I got my 2 and 3 right there. Got on 3. Add a little another touch of sake, perhaps. Oh, my butter fell off. One of these guys. Get that back. Put them back on there. There. Sliding off. There you go. Then we're just gonna go ahead and cover it. There it is. Okay. We're steaming in the sake. Generous proportions. There you go. So while you're doing all of that, if you want to make like, you know, your veggies, a little bit of broccoli, you've got enough time if you had a pot of hot water to do your broccoli or throw your dressing on your salad, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But once this butter is melted, the fish is done. And it makes it perfect. You can kind of see how that's going. My other piece fell off, but we kind of got this guy over here for us to be able to tell. And I got it down low. Turn it down to like 2, actually. It's plenty hot. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And I'm going to send you some pictures of the finished product when it's done. The sea salt is for finishing it at the end. You throw just a tiny little dash of sea salt on the top before you serve it. And this is an incredible dish. I'll send you the photos of the finished product. Bye.